up, nerds and nerdettes, and we little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, every Tuesday here on Two Gun Pixie. Actually, we do a video every day of the week. Woo! That's why you subscribe. Adding the energy and the passion around here that we have for tabletop gaming. Alright, speaking of passion, this is a game that I've been having a lot of fun with. A game I've played already a few times, and now I'm ready, not for the full review, but I'm ready for a tabletop takeout, which is me telling you why I've enjoyed a game, what it is about the game that I like or even love. So why don't we just get right down to it, because you know everything else about please subscribe, please like, please share. We have a Zazzle store with designs, please buy, you know all that. So why don't we just get down to the table and start talking about Warp's Edge. Renegade Game Studio. So they've been doing a solo series for solo play, and this is the second, I believe it's the second game in that series, Warp's Edge. This is good for 30 to 45 minutes of gameplay. You know, after several games in, when you not only learn how to play, that's kind of easy to do, but also when you start understanding some needed strategy in order to really win this game. But yeah, then I see about 45 minutes per game, definitely less than an hour, and it's good for ages 10 and up. Now, this is by the award-winning game designer Scott Almes, who is best known for his work with Gamelin Games and the Tiny Epic series, and also the Heroes of Land, Sea, and Air. So anything by him definitely gets my attention, and I want to take a look at it. And I'm glad I did, because once again, I don't think he let down with this game title. Now, you see, one of the reasons why I enjoy this is not only, as I'll get to, the mechanics of the game, but the theme and the story of the game. It feels to me, as someone that literally lived through it, it feels to me like a really fun 80s, 90s arcade sci-fi spaceship shooter game. You know, like right down to the story. So definitely like 90s, right? Definitely 90s. Because they got into a little bit more of the story. Also because they were trying to sell to Saturday morning cartoons. But the whole story that you are lost from your squadron, and you are in deep space with this experimental kind of time-shifting warp engine thing you got. But being alone, you have to face the hordes of these aliens that are coming and attacking. So definitely that solo versus armada feel that was in just about every sci-fi shooter arcade game back in the days is represented here. And like I said, the warp alters time, so that's kind of what is giving you your lives, is by being able to warp back a little bit to sort of like the beginning of the fight and set things up a little different and go through it again and see how much better you do. The strategy, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to need to go through the game a few times in order to really grasp the strategy. So yes, this is the next in the line of the solo series, Solo Hero series, I believe it's specifically called. And the first one, which is going to be coming, it's on the way here, and you'll be seeing it. The first one was Proving Grounds. Now it's time for me to find out if they have a third or more in the series that I'm going to want to look into. Now, this one is a bag building game. And I only have like one or two other bag building games. It's not a very big mechanic for me. I don't go out looking for these kind of games. I like them a little bit better than deck building games. I think, yeah, I like them a little bit better than deck building games. But it's a fun aspect, and it gives a nice way kind of like thin out your bag a little bit, because when you take damage, you are going to be removing available tokens, options that you have that you're going to be pulling from, that you had already pulled from the bag and you have available to you. So it's a good way to thin out some of the beginning stuff, or some of the more mundane, lower level stuff, to make room for more of the big ticket items that you're really going to want to be pulling out of your bag to use. So that's definitely a lot of fun. I find so far definitely that there's a great deal of replayability in this game. Part of that comes from the fact that there are multiple ships. There's 2 or 3 in the core game. I'll explain the parentheses, the bunny ears, in a moment. And then you have another one in the expansion. All right. So there's like a minimum of 3. But you also have a handful of aliens and their evil motherships, like the boss level in the arcade, that you're going to have to choose from. So by mixing and matching ships that you're using against the different types of aliens, you're gonna find a lot of different ways. Well, not ways to play this game, but you're gonna find a lot of different challenges in this game. But then, of course, you're gonna need different ways to win, because no 2 aliens races are set up as the same. So you're not going to be able to use the same tactics that you used on any of the other ones going into the next one. So that's fun. I really like that. A little game for solo, and it still packs quite a punch for replayability. Now, with the bag building, the tokens that you're pulling out, they're representing items, powers, abilities, and power-ups that your ship is collecting. Just like in a very cool arcade game. You know, you blast enough of the ships, and it leaves a little token or something floating around the area, the space, and you got to zoom in and pick it up, right? So it gives that feel to it, while advancing and making your ship better. Again, which is the same thing. Like so many of those old arcade games, as you're making especially the ones in the 90s, as you're making the pickups, you see your ship building up, becoming a little bit bigger, becoming cooler looking, with all of the add-ons and power-ups that you have, and this captures that perfectly. So I mentioned earlier, a couple of times I think already, that you need a few games in. The first game, yeah, I'm not saying you're not going to win on the first game, even if you're playing in the easy mode, you very well might, but the game is rather tough, right? That's not the right word. That's why I said it like a question. It's not really the right word, but it's easily understood, okay? So as I've said, within 2 or 3 games in, not only you'll have the rules down after the first game, but it'll take another couple of games after that probably to start understanding how to build strategy in this game. And I phrase it like that instead of saying coming up with a strategy, because as I already said, with the different aliens that you're going to be facing, you're going to need different strategies. So within your third game, definitely fourth, you're going to understand, I think, how to build and implement strategies in the game and moving forward at that point. Now, the whole reason earlier on core game and on expansion is because actually the expansion is just the add-ons that the Kickstarter for this game was able to generate with enough backers. That's why it feels 100% like it's just part of the core game that they put in a separate box, because it literally is. It's not really bringing anything new to it. It's just adding on for everything that's already there. Now, that's all right. That's all right. I think they did this. I think they did this more for the psychology of, you're getting 2 things now. Oh, look at this. Now we backed it enough that there's enough of you out there that we can now have a second box to give you guys. You know, that's fine, and it's fun. But like I said, it's literally part of the core game, just in a separate box. If you enjoy the core game, this is going to add on for replayability, and if you're having fun, it's going to add on to that already existing fun. Yeah. So that's what I think of Warp's Edge so far. I'm about 5 games into it now, and I felt comfortable telling you all why I enjoyed it and what it was that I enjoyed about the game. I wanted to inform you about this. Maybe there's something that I've said that catches your attention. Maybe some of the images that you've seen that have been showing up here while I've been talking to you about this title. Maybe something has just caused you to say, let me go look a little more into this. This catches my attention. That's what I want to do. I'm just here to inform you about something that, to me, sounds cool. So, please go do a little more research on your own and come up with your own decision on what you think of Warp's Edge. Hey, Tuesday! Well, at least that's the day this is dropping. Whenever you're watching it, that's cool. I hope you're having an awesome day or evening. Just have fun, my friends. And I'm not using any of this crap. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we got ourselves a... We got nothing. Praise the charm, baby.